Okay, we're looking for a live button here. 3. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Live. We are live. Happy 28th of January in the year of 2026. Happy New Year to all of you. I haven't been here for a while. I had a lovely, not lovely, respiratory poisoning, shall we say, on lots of airplanes over December and January. So I'm finally over that, and I'm here again with you, for you, Ask the Gap Chef. So, very exciting to be here. Again, Monica Corrado, the Gap Chef. I am a holistic nutritionist. I'm a teaching chef, and I'm a certified GAPS practitioner and the GAP chef. So I'm here twice a month. The ideal is for me to be here, and the goal and the intention is to be here twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesday at this time, and to answer any questions that you have about the GAPS diet from a certified GAPS practitioner standpoint, and also from someone who's on Dr. Natasha's teaching team. So my desire during these fabulous, I hope they're fabulous, Facebook Lives is to accurately represent the GAPS diet for you. Accurately represent the information and get you the latest information from Dr. Natasha, etc., etc. So here we are, Love and Life. Today I thought it would be fun for us to talk about spice. Let's spice it up. Talking about spice. Why? Because it's winter and it's cold outside, and because winter, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's cold right now. So that's where I am. So it's cold, it's dark, and it's still. And what that can do is make you low, tired. Sometimes people even get depressed during the winter time. So we can use spices to spice up our life, to spice up our winter, and to make things generally yummier, shall we? So, herbs and spices. We'll start with spices. Spices are roots, bark, seeds, and berries. They are roots, bark, seeds, and berries. The things that, ones that we, that you're aware of, especially in GAPS, but in general, are, and especially for winter, are ginger root, turmeric root, right? You know, ginger and turmeric, right? Black pepper is a berry, believe it or not. That's dried out. That's why it's all shrivelly. Black pepper is a berry. What's another good? Cinnamon bark. Cinnamon is a bark. So I just bring these things up because these are spices that we use all the time, and spices that we can use. Hold on one second. That we can use in the GAPS diet. Yeah. That we can use during the GAPS diet, in the GAPS diet. Certainly those spices are available to you on full GAPS, and they are available to you on the intro diet. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time today because there's so much confusion. Also because people are bored with their meat stock, and there's no reason for that. Meat stock, as we know, is a delicious, nutritious, gut healing, gut sealing, amazing one-pot meal, the way that I teach it. And certainly you can use spices to spice it up. So let's talk about that, and then we'll talk about herbs. Clue. Herbs are green, Herbs are leaves. Most of the time they're leaves, herbs that we use. They're green and they're leaves. And again, so spices are roots, bark, seeds, berries. Those are spices. Okay, so spices can be used whole and they can be used ground. And really, it's their form that makes the difference about, or that helps determine when they can be introduced during the intro diet. So, spices that are whole, like a ginger root that you slice or even that you mince, a turmeric root that you slice. Usually slicing is better with turmeric because it's such a brassy flavor. It's very strong, right? So ginger root that you slice, turmeric root or mince. Turmeric root that you slice, right? Cinnamon bark whole as a stick, cinnamon stick, right? Black peppercorns as black peppercorns themselves. All of those can be brought in stage 1. Why? Because they're flavoring the stock, but you're not going to eat them. You're going to put them in your stock, stage 1, meat stock. You're going to take them out, strain them out, toss them out. You're not going to eat them or consume them. They're just being used to flavor the stock. So those are nice ways to kind of spice up your stock. We already know that black pepper is in stock. So, but certainly you can add ginger root to it. Certainly you could add turmeric roots to it. Certainly you could add burdock root to it. There's so many. Horseradish root. These are all roots. Yeah. As slices, add them to your stock, stage 1. If you would like to use those spices ground, so now it's ground ginger, or it's ground cinnamon, or it's ground pepper, or it's ground turmeric. Yeah? Now we're really doing a much more advanced food. We want the gut to be healed and sealed before we add a ground spice to anything that we make, because these spices can be caustic, can be burning on the gut lining. And of course, the gut lining, what is it? Your small intestine, mostly the duodenum, where the stomach dumps into. Some also the jejunum, parts of that also. Those are parts of your small intestine. So we want the gut healed and sealed before we work with ground spices. That should make a lot of sense to you. So we're really looking at a later stage. I like to say stage 4, stage 5, stage 6, right? Bring them in then and test them. Whenever we bring in a new food for GAPS, we always start with just a little bit to see how your body is going to respond, right? So start with a little, see how your body responds. What would be a response that your body is not ready for a ground spice? Diarrhea, most of the time. Could also be cramping. But usually it's going to be diarrhea, which is not fun for anybody. So, okay, so yes, you can spice up your meat stock. Yes, you can spice up your stews and casseroles. That's stage 2, right? By adding the whole spice, not the ground spice, right? Yes, you can add it to things in stage 3, 4. When you get to 4, 5, 6, then you can start bringing in ground spices. Now you know the reasons why, which I hope are helpful. All right, so let's talk also about herbs. Now an herb is green for the most part. It may be light green by the time you use a dried herb, but we start again, fresh herb, dried herb. Fresh herb can be entered into meat stock, stage 1. What's a fresh herb? Fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh oregano, fresh basil, basilica, fresh cilantro. All those things can be brought in stage 1 because we bring them in and we take them out. right? We could also, frankly, eat them because they are plants. You're never going to eat a rosemary branch, right? The stem, right? Rosemary's a little bit different. It tends to be a little bit more needle-like almost, right? Rosemary. So, but things like basil leaves, if we are eating vegetables in stage one, which we are in meat stock, we're welcome to put in carrots, onions, certainly garlic, etc. Then we could eat the little fresh herbs of basil. Of course, basil you're going to put in late because it's such a delicate basil, cilantro, otherwise known as coriander in some places. Those are the green. Yeah. Those are so delicate that you may put them in later in cooking, like the last 20 minutes maybe, right? But the other hardy ones like thyme and oregano and rosemary, these are things you could put in right from the get-go, stage one, as soon as you start that pot and you've skimmed the scum and discarded it, right? If you want to work with the dried herbs, it's better to start them a little bit later. Although you could start them in stage one also because they are a plant, right? They're a plant. And we eat plants in stage one. Now, if you have diarrhea and or you're doing no plant, then we're not doing any plants. That means no herbs. That means no spices, to be really clear. All right. I hope that's helpful. And I'm not currently seeing any. Hold on. La 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 la. Trying to look here. I'm going to go right in here. Hold on one second. See if we have any questions coming in. All right. I don't have any questions coming in right now. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. No. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them into the chat, and then I can answer any questions that you might have. All right. Let's see. Oh, a couple more things. Just want to let you know about if you're interested in learning more about being well through the winter months. I have a class sitting on simplybeingwell.com. It's called Being Well Through Winter, and it gives you lots of tips and tricks about what colors to wear, what beverages to drink, what spices to use, what foods to eat, etc., etc. It is not 100% specific to GAPS, so if there is a food in there that makes you go, I don't think that's on GAPS, it probably isn't. Obviously, you all know there are no grains on GAPS, and there are only certain beans on GAPS, right? Beans and legumes that are on the GAPS diet. So those things you would be available to have. Okay, and to use. So that's on simplybeingwell.com, Being Well Winter. And it's a course that sits there that you can take anytime. You can watch it over and over and over again, that I invite you to take a look at. If you want to learn more about meat stock, then meat stock, I have a meat stock masterclass sitting on my website that walks you through all the different ways to master meat stock. What is meat stock? What's the one pot meal meat stock? What is low meat meat stock? How do you use meat stock in casseroles in GAPS? How do you use meat stock in stews in GAPS? Etc., etc., etc. That's all sitting there, along with a lot of the spices also. Okay. All right. So that's what I've got right now. I also have started a Jumpstart GAPS 8-week intro diet immersion. If you're ever interested in learning about the intro diet, all the nitty-gritty, all the details, all the recipes, all the how you move from stage to stage, the dairy introduction structure, how to manage die-off, etc., etc., I've started a Jumpstart GAPS group, intro diet group. You can find that information also on my website under the Certified GAPS Practitioner page. So if you wanted to, you could still get in. We just started Tuesday. Next session is tomorrow morning, and you'd be welcome to go ahead and start that. Okay, folks, so I'm not seeing any questions at this time. Please feel free to jump on my website and let's see if I'm right. La la la, I'm going to make it quiet. All right. Good, good. So if you have any questions, now's the time to stick them in the comments, and I'm happy to answer them. And if you have no questions, then we're going to go ahead and close, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Let's find the date. The date, 2 weeks from today, we will be in the month of February. So that will be February 11th, the second Wednesday of the month. So 2nd and 4th Wednesday of the month, I will see you live here, Ask the Gap Chef. All right, everyone, it's been a pleasure to be with you. I hope I've cleared up some of the questions and about can we use spices, can we not, can we use herbs, can we not. I wish you a delicious and spicy meat stock and GAPS journey. Okay, be well, everyone. Bye now.